Today, I'm gonna show you how to make one of my favorite desserts, my French silk pie. It is so delicious. The only thing you need to think about in advance for this is the chill time. Preferably chilled up to 4 hours, if not longer. But the French silk pie is one of my favorite desserts. It's my kids' favorite now from the cookbook. We show it with a traditional crust. I love the option of a cookie crust, and that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna actually show you the optional crust, which is the chocolate cookie crust. So we're first gonna start with the crust because the crust needs to bake for about 8 minutes. 5 ounces of chocolate wafers. The box is about 9, so I'm just gonna kind of do a little guesstimate. There, until it's finely crumbled. I'm gonna show you what Amy is working on while we're baking. Ella, thank you for filming this. This is my sweet Ella that's filming this today. Just giving her a trim. Who doesn't need a good trim during quarantine, right? I told her I wasn't gonna trim her hair today, so she is trimming the doll's hair. Okay. Okay, so now we've got our cookie crumbs. I'm gonna add a stick of melted butter, 1/4 cup sugar, and I'm gonna stir it. This is gonna be the pie crust. And you can eat any chunks that didn't make it through the process of blending perfection. Get your pie plate, and get the crust all nice and good. And like I said, y'all, if you want to make your own homemade, just traditional pie crust, we've got that recipe in the book. If you want to do one that's just store-bought, makes it very simple, quick, and easy, you can also do that. I prefer a nice crumble on the edges for it to not look perfect because it just feels just a little more, I don't know, handmade. Homemade, not handmade. You can see how I would be confused with that. So I'm gonna bake the crust for 8 minutes. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna start with the chocolate blend. 2 eggs. I'm gonna do the sugar. And the trick with this, you can show it in there, you have to stir this constantly. You don't wanna leave this. Hey, Emmy, you can come finish her hair. She wanted to dye her hair. I told her no. So you wanna do this on low, whisking constantly until it hits 160 degrees. And we'll just see where we're at right now. Obviously, you do not wanna overcook the egg. Not even close. Whisk, 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 do-do-do-do-do. We're getting close. I'd say 10 more seconds. Take it off the heat. You're gonna add 2 ounces of unsweetened chocolate. Let that melt in there. And then 1 teaspoon vanilla. Do you love the French silk pie as much as your brothers? You do? Mm-hmm. That's a yes for those of you who can't see her nodding her head up and down. You're gonna set it aside and let it cool. So the crust is finished. It's ready to go. While the chocolate mixture is cooling, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other portion of the French silk mix. You're gonna use the paddle attachment, 1/3 cup softened butter. I'm gonna do this on the side so that it can be quick, which is 2/3 cup heavy cream, 1/4 cup powdered sugar. Okay, that's ready to go when it can kind of stand on its own or when the stiff peaks form. So now this chocolate blend is cooled. Pour the chocolate blend into the butter blend. I'm going to blend this on high speed for 5 minutes until it's light and fluffy. Okay, Ella. 5 minutes. And now we're gonna fold in the powdered sugar and heavy whip blend that we blended earlier. We're gonna put this in cookie crust. This is when I just want to take the spatula and just lick it. But because that camera is on, it's actually holding me accountable. There we go, we're gonna spread it evenly. Okay, we're gonna let it set now in the refrigerator for 4 hours. One thing I forgot to mention is make sure the crust is completely cooled so that the pie filling doesn't melt once you pour it in there. I accidentally did that, totally forgot. Don't tell anyone, I should know better. But while I'm letting that chill in the refrigerator, I'm gonna make the homemade whipped cream real quick, which is so easy. What I love about homemade whipped cream is you can add it to anything. This is just one of those things that's just easy to know. Typically have all the ingredients on hand. It's just powdered sugar, heavy whip, and vanilla. Okay, so I've whipped it a little bit. Now I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of the powdered sugar, a teaspoon vanilla, so the pie is chilled. I put the whipped cream on top. I've garnished the top with the chocolate. I like miniature things, which is why I have a little mini cheese grater. There are other more professional instruments out there, but I prefer to use the miniature cheese grater. And I'm basically grating the leftover unsweetened chocolate that I didn't use for the filling. And you can garnish it with as much chocolate as you want. And there you go, French silk pie.